Hello friends, this is Dr. Venkatesh Gopala, Assistant Professor in Department of Chemistry at ARACS College, Vaibhavari. I welcome you in lecture number 2 on redox titration. We have completed the introductory part on redox titration. In this lecture, we will see the construction of titration curves, particularly the titration curve of a one electron system. Construction of titration curves. Re- The redox titration curves describe the change in concentration of a species as the function of a volume of the titrant. These titration curves are obtained by plotting the electrode potential of the system on y-axis against the volume of the titrant added on the x-axis. Okay, so in this curve we obtain the plot in which on x-axis we will have the volume of the titrant which added. Okay, on y-axis we will have the electrode potential of the system. Using this curve, it is possible to predict the shape of the titration curve before carrying out the actual titration in the laboratory. For successful redox titration, it is necessary to obtain the idea about equilibrium constant, potential at the equivalence point, and potential before and after the equivalence point in the course of titration. These redox titration curves can be obtained by calculating the theoretical potential using Nernst equation. So this is a Nernst equation. Okay, E equal to E0 minus 0.0592 divided by N into log of Q. Now here E is nothing but the cell potential or system E system. Okay, E0 is a standard cell potential. N is the number of electrons involved in the reaction. Okay, so N is nothing but the number of electrons which are involved in the reaction, and Q is the reaction quotient, which is nothing but the ratio of a concentration of the product and concentration of the reactant. Now we will see the titration curve for one electron system. The titration of Fe2 with a cerium 4 is involved in the one electron system, since it involves only the one electron during the course of the reaction. Now this redox titration, in which the acid solution of iron 2 is titrated with a standard solution of cerium 4. Now here we have taken the reaction, there is a equilibrium reaction in between cerium and iron. Okay, now here if you see, this Fe2 is converted into Fe3. Okay, so this is a reduction oxidation process. Okay, in which is one electron is a difference in between two, from Fe2 plus Fe2 Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus. Okay, again if you see the cerium 4 plus and cerium 3 plus, in which the reduction is takes place in that two spaces also the one electron difference is there. So this is a one electron system reaction or the titration. Since the titration is performed in acidic medium, which helps to prevent the hydrolysis of the reactant and the product. Now here the concentration of H3O plus the affect the value of the formal potential of the both system, but does not participate directly in the redox titration. Now here if you see this in this reaction, you can see there is no participation of H plus ions, okay, or H3O plus, but which will affect, because it is in the acidic medium, so which will affect the potential of the formal potential, but it does not participate directly in the redox titration. Now here we have considered the titration of 10 ml of 0.1 molar Fe2 plus with a 0.1 molar Ce, that is cerium 4 plus solution in presence of a dilute sulfuric acid. Now here we have represented the setup of this titration, okay, in which you can see the burette which is filled with a 0.1 molar cerium 4 solution, and in the burette, sorry, in beaker you can see the 10 ml of we have taken the 10 ml of 0.1 molar Fe2 solution, okay, and the electrode is connected or dipped in the beaker, okay, which is connected to the potentiometer. So this is all about the setup of titration, in which we have taken the 10 ml of 0.1 molar Fe2 solution in the beaker, okay, and the zero point 0.1 molar cerium 4 plus solution in the burette. Now let's try to calculate the potential of the system after the addition of a cerium 4 solution from the burette. Now at the beginning there is no addition takes place. That means there is no addition of a cerium 4 plus is takes place from the burette to the beaker. Okay, at that point the solution inside the beaker contains only Fe2 ions. Okay, and whatever the potential is obtained, that is only due to the Fe2 plus and Fe2 plus Fe3 plus system. Okay, now this here Fe3 is obtained, they are only due to the air oxidation. It may possible that due to air oxidation the Fe2 is converted into Fe3. Okay, and it is also important to mention here that concentration is in very small amount. Okay, so there is no real significance of significance potential is recorded at the beginning before addition of a cerium 4 plus solution from the burette. Okay, now we will try to calculate the potential before the equivalence point. Now from here on we will try to add the cerium 4 plus solution from the burette inside the into the beaker. Okay, after every addition we will try to calculate the potential of the system. Now at the beginning at initially the beaker will have the only 10 ml of Fe2 solution. Okay, but after addition of the cerium 4 plus from the burette, that the cerium 4 plus get converted into or reduced to cerium 3 plus. Okay, because this Fe2 is get oxidized to Fe3 plus. So after addition of 2 ml of cerium 4 plus solution in the beaker. Okay, so in the beaker the total volume of the solution becomes 12. Okay, so in that total volume, so we will have 2 ml of 2 ml of cerium 3 plus, 2 ml of Fe3 plus, and 8 ml of we will have the unreacted Fe2 plus. Okay, so we will try to calculate the concentration of Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. The concentration of Fe3 plus inside beaker will be 2 into 0.1 divided by the 12. Now this 12 is nothing but the volume of the solution, and 2 is nothing but the amount of the Fe3 plus present in the beaker. Okay, and 0.1 is nothing but the molar 0.1 is nothing but the molar concentration. So we will get 0.2 divided by 12. Okay, in the same way we can calculate the concentration for the Fe2 plus, which is nothing but the 8 into 0.1 divided by the 12. Okay, so we'll get the 0.8 divided by 12. Now, now we will now we will have the ratio of these two concentration, that is a Fe2 plus divided by Fe3 plus. That results into the ratio of these two concentration becomes the 4. Okay, now we will try to calculate the reduction potential for the Fe2 plus Fe3 plus system, which is given by the equation, that is the Nernst equation. Okay, the E system equal to the standard potential for Fe2 plus Fe3 plus system minus 0.05916 divided by n into log of the concentration of Fe2 plus divided by the Fe3 plus. Now here the n is nothing but the number of electrons which are participated in the reaction, that is 1. Okay, and the standard electrode potential for this E0 is 0.771 volt. Now let's try to substitute the value in the above equation. Okay, so we'll get n equal to 1. We have substituted here, and the ratio of the concentration, that Fe2 plus upon concentration of Fe3 is nothing but the 4. Okay, so after taking the log of 4, we will get the value 0.602, okay, into 0.05916. Now after calculating this product, we will have the 0.0356, which is subtracted from the 0.771. So at the end we will have the E system at this point is 0.7354 volt. So this is the E system after the addition of 2 ml of 0.1 molar cerium 4 solution added into the beaker. Now the second situation is that now we have to calculate the potential of the system after the addition of the 4 ml of 0.1 molar cerium 4 solution. Okay, so at this point the volume becomes 14 ml in the beaker. Okay, so at this point the amount of Fe2 is present. Fe2 inside the beaker becomes only 6 ml. Okay, so 6 ml will be the amount of Fe2 plus in the beaker, and at the same time the amount of Fe3 plus is a 4 ml. Okay, and the concentration or the volume of cerium 3 plus is also the 4 ml, right? Now we have to calculate the concentration of each Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. Now here the concentration of Fe2 plus is 6 into 0.1 divided by 14. Now this 14 is nothing but the volume of the solution inside the beaker. So we will get a 0.6 divided by 14, and at the same time the concentration of the Fe3 plus is nothing but 4 into 0.1 divided by 4, which becomes 0.4 divided by 14. Now here also the 4 is nothing but the amount of the volume of Fe3 plus ions which present in the beaker. Okay, so after calculating the concentration, now we have to calculate the ratio of these two concentration, that will become the 1.5. Now after taking the ratio, so it's time to calculate the reduction potential of the system, which is given by the Nernst equation, that is E system equal to E0 minus 0.05916 divided by n into log of concentration of Fe2 plus upon Fe3 plus. Now here the value of n is 1, and E system, that is standard potential for E0 for the system is 0.771 volt. Okay, so just we have to substitute these values in the above equation. So we will get E system equal to 0.0771 minus 0.05916 divided by 1 into log of 1.5. Now this 1.5 is nothing but the concentration of this ratio. Okay, now after taking the log of 1.5, so we will have this value, that is 0.1761. okay, and we have to multiply that value with this factor, that is 0.05916. okay, so we will get a 0.0104. okay, just after subtracting this factor from the 0.771, we will have the E system equal to 0.7605 volt. So this is the potential of the system after the addition of 4 ml of 0.1 molar cerium-4 added from the burette into the beaker which contain the Fe2 ion solution. Now we will try to calculate the potential before the equivalence point, that is at a half equivalence point. That means after addition of 5 ml of 0.1 molar cerium-4 plus added. Okay, now here after adding 5 ml of cerium-4 solution, the volume inside the beaker becomes 15 ml. okay, so at this point we have to calculate the concentration of Fe2 plus and Fe3 plus. okay, for that we have calculated here, that is concentration of Fe2 plus after addition of the 5 ml of cerium-4 plus, that is 5 into 0.1 divided by 15, that becomes a 0.5 divided by 15, and at the same time the concentration of Fe3 plus is also becomes a 0.5 divided by the 15. After taking the ratio of these two concentration, we will have the value 1. okay, so after calculating this, we have to calculate the reduction potential for the system, which is given by the Nernst equation, that is E system equal to E0 minus 0.05916 divided by n into log of Fe2 plus upon Fe3 plus. Now here the value of the n is 1, and standard electrode potential for this system is 0.771 volt. Now after substituting the values in the above equation, the E system becomes E system equal to 0.771 minus 0.05916 divided by 1 into log of 1. Now here we know the log of 1 to the base 10, the value of that is we know that 0. okay, so which means, so this the whole factor becomes 0, and we will get the E system at this point is 0.771 volt. So this is the system of the system at the half equivalence point. okay, so after addition of the 5 ml of 0.1 molar cerium-4 in the beaker which contain the Fe2 ion solution, the E system which will obtain is a 0.771 volt. So this is the potential before the equivalence point. In the next lecture we will continue the one electron system. okay, thank you for watching.